Welcome back, curious collectors and hidden treasure hunters, to Rare Coin Legacy, the channel where simple pocket change turns into shocking stories of wealth and everyday coins reveal secrets powerful enough to change lives. And today you are stepping into one of the most fascinating modern penny mysteries ever discussed. The unbelievable story of a 2006 1-cent coin that, under an extraordinary combination of minting errors, mechanical failures, die anomalies, metal irregularities, and overlooked production mistakes, can reach an astonishing value approaching $7 million, a coin millions of people have handled, spent, ignored, or forgotten without ever imagining the fortune it could represent. Yet the year 2006 was a deceptively dangerous time for Lincoln cent production, marked by massive output demands, aging minting equipment pushed far beyond comfort limits, subtle process changes, and cost-cutting pressures that quietly opened the door for rare mistakes to escape into circulation. And what makes the 2006 cent especially intriguing is that it was produced during a period when the United States Mint was already experiencing increasing criticism over cent production costs, leading to experiments, internal studies, and heightened stress on machinery that created perfect conditions for errors that were never meant to leave mint facilities. And one of the most powerful value drivers connected to the 2006 1 cent is the possibility of a wrong planchet strike, where the Lincoln cent design is accidentally struck on a blank intended for another denomination or an entirely different metal composition. And collectors know that when a penny is struck on a dime, quarter, foreign coin, or experimental planchet, the result is a coin that defies official specifications in weight, thickness, color, and density. And these anomalies immediately attract elite attention because they cannot be easily faked. And if a genuine 2006 cent were discovered struck on a rare or experimental planchet that was never authorized for circulation, its value would instantly explode into the multi-million-dollar range, especially if metallurgical analysis confirmed an unauthorized alloy or transitional metal. And the early to mid-2000s were a period when the mint quietly evaluated alternative metals due to rising zinc and copper costs, meaning experimental blanks could have been present in production areas. And history proves that when experimental materials are involved, some pieces inevitably escape destruction, creating legendary rarities years later. And beyond wrong planchets, the 2006 cent is also examined intensely for doubled die obverse and reverse errors, which occur when the hub impresses the die more than once at slightly different angles, causing bold and clearly separated doubling in the date, lettering, or Lincoln's profile. And while machine doubling is common and worthless, true double dies with notching and separation are extremely rare and highly valuable. And if a dramatic double die from 2006 were discovered that had gone unnoticed due to the overwhelming volume of cents produced that year, it would instantly become a headline variety, igniting bidding wars among collectors eager to own a piece of newly revealed modern minting history. And condition would multiply that value even further, because a high-grade uncirculated example with original luster and sharp detail can command several times the price of a circulated coin. And then there is the astonishing possibility of a mule error, where the obverse die of a Lincoln cent is mistakenly paired with the reverse die of another denomination, creating a hybrid coin that was never meant to exist. And mule errors are among the rarest and most valuable mistakes in all of numismatics, often reaching 7 figures when authenticated. And a confirmed 2006 cent mule would instantly become a museum-level artifact, with value driven not by metal content but by sheer impossibility. And off-metal strikes represent another thrilling scenario, because a cent struck on aluminum, steel, or exotic alloy material would immediately violate official mint standards. And collectors aggressively pursue these anomalies because they represent moments when minting control completely failed. And if a 2006 cent displayed unusual magnetism, strange coloration, abnormal edge thickness, or unexpected weight, it could indicate an off-metal strike that would require advanced laboratory testing to verify. And once verified, such a coin would become one of the most desirable modern errors ever known. And dramatic strike errors further fuel the $7 million narrative, including extreme off-center strikes where large portions of the design are missing yet the date remains visible. And while mild off-center strikes are relatively common, extreme examples paired with other errors are extraordinarily valuable. And even more impressive are multiple strike errors, where a planchet is struck more than once with rotation, misalignment, or partial overlap, creating chaotic layered images that tell a vivid story of mechanical breakdown inside the minting press. And collectors pay enormous premiums for multi-strike errors that are bold, visually stunning, and unquestionably authentic, and die cap errors also come into play, where a coin becomes stuck to a die and continues striking other planchets, gradually forming a distorted shell, and while die caps alone are collectible, a die cap involving a wrong metal or combined with double dies would elevate it into elite territory, and die deterioration errors further complicate the picture, because high production years like 2006 forced dies to remain in service far longer than intended, leading to distorted lettering, flow lines, cracks, chips, and sometimes massive retained cuts that dramatically alter the coin's appearance. And while minor die cracks are common, large retained cuts combined with other anomalies create one-of-a-kind pieces that collectors will fight aggressively to own, and plating errors are another important factor, because modern cents rely on a thin copper layer bonded to a zinc core, and when that process fails the result can be missing plating, partial plating, blistered surfaces, or exposed zinc cores that appear silvery or dull gray, and while small plating flaws are often ignored, extreme examples that cover large areas or the entire coin are highly sought after, especially when paired with double dies or strike anomalies, and proof-like business strikes represent yet another subtle but powerful value booster, because occasionally circulation strikes emerge with unusually mirrored fields due to fresh dies or polishing anomalies, and a proof-like 2006 cent with major errors would represent an exceptionally rare combination that very few collectors ever encounter. And mint mark-related anomalies also deserve attention, because although most 2006 cents from Philadelphia lack mint marks, Denver issues carry the D mint mark, and any abnormal behavior involving the mint mark such as doubling, distortion, or unusual placement immediately raises red flags, especially when combined with other errors, and what truly drives the $7 million valuation is not a single mistake but the stacking of multiple ultra-rare factors on one coin, such as a double die combined with a wrong planchet and exceptional preservation, or an off-metal strike paired with a mule error and dramatic strike anomalies, because when rarity layers upon rarity, price becomes almost theoretical, limited only by how badly elite collectors, registry competitors, museums, and private investors want to own something that may never surface again. And history has repeatedly shown that modern coins once dismissed as ordinary have later shattered auction records when new discoveries forced experts to rewrite assumptions, and the 2006 1 cent remains heavily overlooked because collectors often focus on older dates, which is exactly why the potential for an undiscovered multi-million-dollar example still exists, hiding in circulation, forgotten jars, inherited collections, and unsearched rolls, and careful inspection using magnification, precise weight measurement, magnet testing, edge analysis, and surface examination remains the first step toward uncovering such a fortune, and professional authentication through grading services and metallurgical labs would be essential, but the reward could be life-changing, and as this extraordinary story continues to unfold, one truth becomes undeniable: the 2006 1 cent proves that even in the modern era of advanced automation and quality control, mistakes still happen, and when they do, they create opportunities capable of transforming a single cent into a symbol of unimaginable wealth. And this is only the beginning of the incredible journey behind a coin that reminds us that history, error, and chance can collide at any moment, even in the smallest piece of change, and the deeper we explore this topic the clearer it becomes that the humble 2006 penny may hold secrets far more valuable than anyone ever imagined.